Hello and welcome to yet another Let's Play Momir. Obviously I want to play first, we do not want a mulligan. So this will be the 7th one. Last one got a bit short. The opponent I think was dual queuing, maybe a modern daily started, I have no clue. But he basically left after it was 1-1. I think because I already complained about something. Draw a card and discard a card, copy target instant spell. Yeah, that's basically useless, it's just a 2-2 for 2, right? It doesn't matter. We won't make a 3-drop, as explained before in one of the previous videos. On the play you make a 2-drop and no longer a 3-drop apparently, because 2-drops are just better. If he wants to give it first strike, try to kill this, I'm fine with that. So yeah, no 3-drop here. We could have attacked. We could still attack, but I don't think we're on the play, so we can just make higher drops first and get there eventually. He does have the benefit of making a 3-drop before us, because we made the 2-drop. Obviously, we want to trade there. If he attacks now, we're not blocking. So we'll see what a 4-drop brings. Hopefully something good. And it is a 2-4 defender, so that basically stops his offense for now. It also allows me to do late game ping damage if I ever get more defenders. You never know, of course. The fact that it is a defender is a bit annoying, especially as a 4-drop. There's way better cards out there. But I mean, you can't complain all the time. It can be blocked by walls. That's annoying. And it becomes a 5-3. So yeah. If he attacks with a ranger, well, so you just block him with a 2-2. I mean, it's not really a hard one, was it? Sometimes it's a bit of a nuisance figuring out which lands to discard, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So that's the second defender we get. A bit annoying. I assume this is a red hat and that it says defender. If it doesn't, I can actually block it. He might not know that. And Metalcraft, obviously, we're not getting, or it's highly unlikely that we are getting that. Now we can actually ping 2 every turn. If it would do damage to creatures as well, that would be pretty sick, but it doesn't. And he gets a pretty useless 2-2. So yeah, if he attacks here and he doesn't, even though it can be blocked by walls, I'm not sure how it interacts, that it is a red hat. I don't see it here on the errata. So I assume I can block it. We get a 9-9, blocks every comp class, that creature gains Wither. Wow, that's pretty good. So basically it's a 9-9 if it gets blocked. It loses the toughness and power by the creature's power. I mean, that's fine, it's still 9-9, it will probably trade with 2 of his creatures. And then when it ever comes through, oh, that's pretty useless to him. If it ever goes through, it becomes a 9-9 again. So he has, once he starts blocking it, he has to keep blocking it. The creature gains Wither until end of turn, fine. Because that would have been pretty annoying, that he got Wither for eternity. Wither, for those that do not know, is basically infect with... it basically replaces all the damage with counters. It replaces it with -1/-1 counters instead of just damage, and it also does infect, right? I'm not sure about the last one. That's pretty good. We basically get 3 cards in a 5/6 flyer. Yep. And you can't ask for more, right? 5/6 flyer and 3 cards in your hands. Obviously we picked a bit bigger pile. So we can start making 9 drops eventually, and then 10 drops. I think even 11 drops, right? Because we also draw 1 card. That's 3 extra land traps. Yeah. 5/5 trample for 7. I mean, we can always block it. We can always just... I think we attack with both of these at this point. we're ahead. He can block this, so he goes down to 6, so he's forced to block this. And he just... yeah, that's fine. So he trades 2 for the 9/9, obviously. And he goes down to 6. And now we can put the effects on the stack, apparently. So, yeah. Then obviously we use Momir for 8. Discard an island because we have plenty of those. Prevent the next 5 damage. That doesn't matter, does it? So yeah. So we just get a 5/5 flyer. So he has to get a flyer or he loses this one. He's at 6. We did get pretty good cards here. I mean, he got pretty much junk on at 5. His 6 wasn't that great. He does get a really great one here though. Yeah, obviously he attacks with that. So as you can see, we can block with this. And I think we have to take the 6 here. And then next turn we can double block it. And then he only trades with one of them. And we also start making... It only does it to itself, right? To target creature you control this turn. So we actually could have saved his Juggernaut. I didn't notice that. Should have checked before. That's pretty useless, but it's still a 5/5. And we can also start pinging him down with this eventually, if we want to. Just make 8 drops and do that. Obviously, if it attacks with this now, we double block. But we are making 10 drops. See what he gets? He gets a Flying Trample 7/7. That's a bit annoying. So it does make the attack. So we do double block here. Yeah, thank you. So we can kill one of them. What 10 drop do we want? Obviously, I think Progenitus, something like that. Yeah, that doesn't matter, man. Still both die, right? Yeah. So I think we want a Progenitus here. And the 7/7 Trampler is a bit annoying, but if he attacks with it, he's dead. So he can't attack with it because basically I do not block. Annihilator 1. That's pretty good. 7/11 Annihilator 1. So he can't attack with this because if he does and doesn't get a flyer, he's dead because of this. He might not notice and think he can survive for an extra turn. Obviously, he has to make his 8 drop first. If it is a flyer, obviously, that's good for him. It isn't. It is probably the best 8 drop you can ever get, though. He did attack, so he's dead. So yeah, I'm not blocking. I go down to 5. We attack with both of these, I guess. That doesn't matter either. So we'll just see what he sacrifices. He has to block this, I guess, so he sacrifices the land. He goes down to 1, and then we kill him. He actually blocks with his insane creature, and then we just ping him. Boop. So it actually mattered, though the stupid Event Sentinel actually mattered. Yeah, I mean, the way he sacrificed, it didn't matter, but I have no clue why my background suddenly changed. It changed, right? I'm not... yeah, I think it changed. That's odd. Doesn't really matter, of course. Damn fly, get out of here. So here yet again, I think we will be making 2 drops depending on what he makes of this 3 drop. If he makes a 2 drop on the play or not, he does. So yeah. He gets a 1/1 that can regenerate, so it basically stops a lot of activations from me. So X is obviously 2, not 0. And we get a 1/3. Obviously that isn't good in general. It used to be really good for Madness decks, especially with damage on the stack. It used to be one of the key cards together with Wild Mongrel. Could have been pitched to Force of Will. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one. So I still think we make a 2-drop. The mana acceleration is a bit more important than just getting lucky with a 3-drop. That's a pretty useless card, seeing as we have to invest mana. It's just a 1/3. But the payout, if you ever get a mana creature like that, is big enough that we want to make a 2 over 3-drop, just to have a bounce for the Even Trailblazer. We are on the back foot at this point though. The target attacking. It's only attacking creature, and he most of the time should tap out, so it's basically just a 1/1. If he's on the back foot, it's still fine, but I think I will only be attacking with really big creatures eventually anyway, that this shouldn't have an effect. So Wretched Tiger isn't that bad. We can attack here with both of these, and he will take 1 damage, seeing as he can block 1 and regenerate his own creature, but he can't block with the other one. Obviously he can attack with both of these then, but if he does, I can eat the Grip Sliver and he can't attack back, so the attack there is fine because the tiger stops everything. This was sometimes played in draft format. This was a pretty fast draft creature. Exile all cards from your hand, so he basically gets a 5/5 but no hand. That's pretty fine for me, right? So we can only make 5-drops for now. But it does have a 5/5, so I have to start sacrificing creatures to keep it at bay for now, until I get bigger. We'll discard a swamp here. We get Aeon Chronicle. It isn't that bad of a card, but obviously we're gonna be wasting cards eventually. He's gonna attack with this, so first I think I will block with a... I'll just block with a Aeon Chronicler. I want to stop him a bit. Can be blocked by more than 1 creature, so that's also annoying. So obviously he attacks with these 2. I block here. Because the Chronicler is going to shrink, and it's going to die eventually to my own hand size. So now it would have been a 2/2, I would have blocked anyway, stuff like that. We get a 5/4. Obviously it doesn't do anything else except to regenerate. Regenerate is really good. And seeing as he doesn't have a lot, I think we would block, and then next turn just make a 5-drop again, because he's only making 5-drops, and then the Inkais can take over the game at this point. So yeah, we block, and then keep the Inkais around, depending on what 5-drops we get, of course. If he gets a really good 5-drop, I have to start making bigger. He doesn't make a 5-drop, so here we do. We will make a 5-drop. And we get a 1/7, so that stops this for eternity. And he shouldn't attack then, only with this. He starts making his land traps now. I mean, I'm fine with the situation we're in. Now we can make a 6-drop if we want to, but I think we just want to make an 8-drop obviously, and then just trade off the Inkais anyway. I mean, it is a really good card though. And we get a 5/5 Trampler, so, and deals 1 damage to target player. So it's just a 5/5 Trampler. So in this case I think we can attack with a... I think we want to Valakut Fireball to stop his behemoth. But I mean, we have blockers here, right? He makes another land drop, so he has missed a lot of creature drops. So we should go on the aggressive, right? Obviously we just want the flyer at this point, but... And if he ever gets this back, it's actually really good for him. Wow. Doesn't legendary... Yeah, legendary actually works, right? Yeah. That's pretty unique. What are the odds of that, right? I might have... should have attacked, but I mean, this is just gonna trade with something stupid. Can't trade with that. And that's pretty annoying cards as well. And at this point we're only taking 2 damage a turn, so we can afford just staying behind for a while. Man, imagine if we get that card once more. It would be really, really cool. We got a Cognivore though, so that's 2 turns. We basically make 8 drops that are useless to us. If he attacks with this, we have to double block. We have to block like this, so we take 2, 4 if he does the right attack. Obviously he can get something really good. It's just a 5-2. I mean, he still has a board advantage here, but so yeah, it does attack with everything. So how do we block? I think we block like not the Inkais, cancel. So like this. This gets stopped. We can also kill it, then it gets 9 drops, which also seems fine. But we do trade off our 2 big creatures though. No, cancel this. Cancel this. Okay, thank you. I think we're gonna keep it like this. So basically these 2 trade off, I take 2, and I still have 3 creatures on the board. And I gain an extra life, so I survive an extra turn from this. Obviously the Mirjin is a bit of a nuisance, but we'll see. Maybe we get something this time. We get a 10-10, so we finally do get something. I don't think it's good enough, obviously, as he has Aven Trailblazer, and this doesn't have any kind of trample. We basically just need a flyer. That's what we want. A flyer or something with a removal. Obviously Hoverguard Sweepers would be the nuts. It's always the nuts at 8. So he gets a flyer, and he gains 3 life. The 3 life doesn't matter. So yeah, Hoverguard Sweepers here is one of the only outs. Well, not one of the only outs, obviously. Probably one of the best outs. So this can get blocked by 3 creatures now. Could have attacked with it before, didn't realize the Intimidate. No, it doesn't have Intimidate, wow. I'm an idiot. I thought it had Intimidate for a second. So we get a 6/6 that dies, so that's 3 of our 8 drops that died when we cast them. That's not really something you want to happen in Momir, especially not with your 8 drops. We will play first and we will make a 2 drop. So yeah, he just got a flyer and rode it to victory, while the rest of the boards got bogged down. It might be that you want to make 3 drops anyway, just because of that, just because of the flying ability, but I think the payoff with mana is still way too big. And Azorius Guildmage is a GG. That's just a 2/1, so we'll see what he gets. If we get something stupid, we could attack, but I mean, everything is gonna trade with a 2/1, right? He has a 2/1 himself, basically the same creature somehow. So we're on the play, so here we just attack, I think. He does block, but we do not make a 3 drop because we're on the play. It might be better to then choose to be on the draw, but I think being able to make 8 drops faster is an advantage. He gets a 1/1. That grows every turn, basically. That's pretty nice. Because it will become a late game beast. We get a 3/3 that does nothing. I mean, just a vanilla 3/3. You may, so you can choose not to. I mean, if he wants to, it's up to him. So obviously, if he just gets a 3 drop something, we're willing to offer the trade. So he has a 2/2 haste that can make 3/1 red elemental tokens. So I think obviously we offer trade here no matter what. This is something I'm willing to trade for, and this is definitely something I'm willing to trade for. He obviously doesn't, which is really good choice for him. And he should also keep open amount for this, because every turn 3/1s are really good. That's just a 3/5 that mills me. So yeah, this is really good. It's really good. Every turn, extra 3/1 with haste. Obviously, you want to do that. Because he will rush me down like this, unless I get something that trades with it, of course. And he gets a 5/3 that has to attack. Yeah, just a 5/3. Obviously, I can block that with the spinner, but I don't think I win a race unless this 6 drop is something good. If it is, I'm attacking, but it's a 5/5 trample protection from doing from red, so yeah, I am attacking here. So we'll discard the island, doesn't matter. So it goes down to 14. This can block a token, this blocks that. We take 7, we go down to 13. If only this had lifelink, right? No, just kidding. It's good enough. I mean, it has protection from 2 colors, it has trample. I know he can't attack with this, obviously, as we trade with it. He can... Oh my god, he just shits tokens. So yeah, that has to attack. We block. So we'll make a creature first and see what we do. I'm surprised he made a 6 drop over making an extra 3/1. But he's bugging down the board with a nut collector now. Destroy all other creatures. Wow, this card is GG, right? I didn't see how you get back from the destroy all other creatures. So yeah, it just says creatures and not non-token creatures, nothing like that. So whatever it gets as a 7 drop, it's gonna die, and I will be left with a 7/7 and then my 8 drop. If my 8 drop isn't good enough, I can always Nova Blast again. Wow, yeah, this card is nuts. If he doesn't have removal for this right now, he's losing the game. He gets a 5/5. That doesn't matter, by the way, the effect. Because you can only activate Momir once every turn. So yeah, he realized that. And he passes the turn. So here we just attack with a Nova Blast Worm, which will trigger, kills everything. We make an 8 drop just in case. He has a great 8 drop himself. And it is a 7/4 trample. So yeah, it doesn't do anything, but I mean the payoff of getting a flyer or something in case he has some insane creature that we have to that gets rid of this. We want the extra creature. See what he gets. He gets Hoverguard Sweepers. Oh my god. I mean, that's basically the nuts, right? 5/6 flyer in that ability. You can't win against a Hoverguard, by the way. It's probably the best creature ever in Momir. We get a flying 6/6 first strike, vigilant, triple haste. Yeah, I think we outdrew Hoverguard Sweepers there. Okay, we got a Chroma. I mean, we got Nova Blast Worm followed by a Chroma. Yeah, I think that's fine, even if we got Hoverguard Sweepers. But yeah, Hoverguard Sweepers is the only card that got rid of both creatures. But I mean, that's why you make an 8 drop. Yeah, so it loses, because this has flying. Each upkeep, so it goes to... That's interesting. So I guess we make an 8 drop, hope we get some haster. If you don't, doesn't matter, of course. So here we attack. He gains 6 life every turn, by the way. That's pretty good. But obviously if he attacks, we double block, so we can just keep it on the battlefield. Well, he has been drawing out at every single turn. It's also 7/7, so that's a bit annoying. And damn it! Wow, man, these guys' drops are insane. Now foreign clicks. That's the second time he gets that, by the way. So obviously here all the triggers stack. All the triggers stack. We discard this. Then all the triggers come on the stack. Yeah, that's fine. So we will say always yield to these once they're on the stack. Always yield. Yes. Okay. We get a flying that does 1 damage to target creature. But it does have flying, so that's fine. Because it can attack for lethal next turn if he doesn't get a flyer or some insane card. Obviously he has foreign click, so he can't make a drop next turn either. Yeah, he gains an insane amount of mana. We'll see what he gets here. Obviously something stupid, not an Emrakul or something. But we do have 2 flyers here, so we basically have to hope that he doesn't get a flyer or removal or something that gains him life. But he has outdrawn us at every single turn. We got Nova Blast Worm, he got Hovercard Sweeper, so we got a Chroma, he got something that gained him 6 life every turn. Then he got a Foreign Clicks to basically say, hey man, what are you gonna do about this? Then I got a flyer, so I mean I did get there, and then he gets another flyer for himself. You are shitting me, right? Oh, it's Draco. Obviously, there is no other 16 drop. Yeah. I mean, I guess this is GG, right? He just keeps gaining life. Well, it's not GG yet. But foreign clicks is something that's really hard to beat. So he has to pay 10 every turn. No, he doesn't. Because he actually has Rainbow. He can't attack with this though, because he trades with both of these, but he can just keep making Dracos, right? Assume it's the only 16 drop. And now he starts making 15. I don't know. So yeah, we obviously just want something to get rid of this. And then we win, because he's at 13 then... No, we don't win yet, so... we can also... No, we can do 4 damage to every creature. So we can attack with this, but it's non-flyer. But you can ping it then. It gets a 9 and 14, that's fine. So we do have options here. Basically, we can attack with both of these. If he blocks here, we can ping this down and we have a 5/5. We can attack with both of these as well, or just with this and see what he does first. If he blocks with anything, we can kill it with Vampiric Dragon, and Vampiric Dragon becomes bigger as well. But the problem is that he still has a 9/14 Trampler, and that we have to get something. We can then make a 7 drop, but he can block here with this, so we only can attack with the flyer. And then he just blocks here, so yeah, I guess we make a 9 drop. No, I guess we make an 8 drop, because then next turn we still have the option to ping for 1. But man, we are getting unlucky here. We basically got the nuts and he got the nuts against us several times. We do get something really good though. 2 vigilance creatures, and 1 has an insane ability. So we can trade here. Might have should have attacked with Draco, but that doesn't do anything. He just eats it. So yeah, it does make the trade. So prevent damage from this and do it to the Draco. I mean, I probably should just attack with the Chroma, but it's not gonna do anything because of the Celestial Force. Celestial Force, which basically negates the Chroma, into Foreign Clicks, which basically shuts me down. And then he can just start making Dracos. I assume it's the only 16 drop. I Magic 16 drop. Nope, that's not basically the... yeah, let's see. So yeah, I think Draco is the only 16 drop in game. Seeing as you got it twice in a row. Maybe it's 50 and just got a 25% now, but I don't think so. The problem here is that obviously I can't do much. And Draco isn't legendary, so just... I don't get why he made 15 drop over Draco. I mean, 99 flyers isn't good enough for him. So yeah, we obviously pass the turn again. But it isn't looking good. I have no clue what we can get. Obviously, Hoverguard Sweepers is something that we want. But what would we bounce, right? Probably these two, and then this is still a big issue. We could also have not attacked with Erasea and just seen what to do, but I mean, if he makes Dracos every turn. So here we have to block something. I guess we block like this. It does have trample though, so we have to block the flyer. In this case we can also attack with the Chroma. But I mean, he can just make another one. Wow. So unlucky. Let me mute Ventrilo quickly because I think someone will jump on. Just saw someone come online somewhere and I think he's gonna jump into Ventrilo and say hi. Which is a bit of a nuisance when you're recording, of course. This is a pretty fun game. I mean, this is why I play Momir, right? You basically go like, oh man, I have the nuts, and then he gets something, and I'm like, no. And then you get the nuts again, and I'm like, yeah. And then he gets the nut again. You're like, oh my god, what is this game? So yeah, we just make an 8 drop. Hope to get there. I don't see what 10 drop we can get that wins us here, especially against Nemercool. So Hoverguard Sweepers or not? It's not. He's putting the triggers on stack. The excitement. The waiting? No, I mean, even if he gets a... Even if we get a Hoverguard Sweepers, I still think we're dead. Because we can't get rid of the foreign clicks. And we get another Vampire Dragon. So yeah, that's twice that we get the same creature. So I'll just say GG. I mean, it was a fun game. And we'll concede. And I'll see you for the next one.